now she's really rebelling. She want to be in the streets. She want to be desired by other men. She probably
Set her free then, nigga.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life.
Now, again, she's talking about her own personal plans and how that got derailed. But again, this happened almost too.
Yeah, but you made that sacrifice to be with Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like you made that sacrifice just to, just be with a regular ass nigga. This is Steph Curry we talking about. No glaze. Just saying.
Months ago. But with this podcast, it is now resurfaced all over social media and it's picking up traction again. And I believe the real reason why it is because of this.
Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm
Yeah.
not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience
Okay.
that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
Now, here Ayesha Curry is saying, listen, I'm still in therapy because, I had my own plans. I feel like I've lost myself. And this is why we see Ayesha Curry doing certain things like seeking male validation, wearing skimpy clothes, partying with her girls in Toronto.
Bro, for all of you young niggas out there that get married young as shit, bro. I feel like sometimes people get tired of their partners, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get tired, you know what I'm saying? And they want to try something new. It's like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? 5, 10 years, 15 years in, bro. I'm going to get tired of your shit. I'm just saying.
Without Steph. And of course, this looks like it's disrespectful. But ultimately, what Ayesha Curry is saying, I have my own plans. I lost out of myself. I'm now a mother. I have 4 kids.
Jeez, man, this is about to be shit. I hope this shit don't lead to a divorce. This is gonna be one expensive ass one. Fuck.
And people on the outside of the equation think like, but you're crazy. You're with like one of the best basketball players ever. You're filthy rich. You have it all. I mean,
and that's the scary shit about this, bro. It's like, nigga, if Steph Curry is struggling with his bitch, what the fuck chance does the average nigga have? Like, I'm just saying, like, this shit is getting crazy out here. Shorty has everything she could possibly ask for. You know what I'm saying?
you have these things. But that doesn't necessarily discount her own experience. And people are now starting to weigh in on it.
Ayesha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a phase. Go be a
So the whole phase is important. Go be a hoe. Experience the whole phase before you settle down, right? But here's the problem with that shit. You're not gonna want to settle down, bro. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been with that many people and you've had that much entertainment from from all these different people and shit, that one person is gonna lack in some way, shape, or form, based off your experience and the fact that you've been with so many people and shit. You've had so many partners. I don't think you would find fulfillment in just one person. Now, on the other side of that shit, for people who do get, you know what I'm saying, settle down young and shit, I know for a fact that sometimes they probably gonna be having this thought like, what if it's something out there, you know what I'm saying?
be a hoe, but be a safe hoe though. Like, protect yourself and don't get.
Yep, and that's the consequences that come with the whole phase, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they indulge in these, promiscuous lifestyle and end up having a kid with somebody that they hate, but it's like, you should have never indulged in that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because now you cooked.
Pregnant. That's why she's sitting over there feeling trapped. trapped with Steph Curry.
How are you trapped with Steph Curry? What the fuck? You're not trapped, nigga. What the fuck?
Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have.
Nah. It's just a mindset thing. It's just a mindset. I don't think it's Steph Curry, nigga. What the fuck is we talking about? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck other nigga do you need to fuck to understand that what you have on your hands is diamonds, nigga? What the fuck is we talking about?
She probably ain't never been. She probably ain't never been drugged through the mud by a dude. She probably never been. She probably never had a heartbroken time and time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has, because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff. This being married to Steph Curry, this shit is.
Imagine, like, you know for a fact it's embarrassing. It's like so embarrassing to know who your husband is and what kind of status he has, and then for you to come out here and open your mouth and say, this man does not make me happy. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy statement.
Boring. And now she's really rebelling. She want to be in the streets. She want to be desired by other men. She probably
Set her free then, nigga.
want to do something with another man, because she.
But here's another thing, though. Here's another thing people have got to keep in mind. We don't know these niggas, bro. We don't know their personal lives. You know what I'm saying? They probably could have not been together for a very long fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Probably never experienced that. Like, when did they get together? Like high school or something? That is not enough time to be out in the world and do stuff and experience stuff. Like, you don't have to experience a whole lot, but I don't think she experienced anything at all. And now she's tied down, married with kids. You can't go do your thing right now unless you go do your thing and run the risk. Like, you ain't just no Lucinda from down the block. You're Ayesha Curry. If you gonna mess with anybody, trust me, we gonna know about it.
Aha, we get it though.
Incredible glaze from her side, by the way. But
Phase. Now, this phase, if you can define it, is a particular phase where women are single, typically young, and they're not necessarily having sex, but it could include having sex or dating or both with multiple men. Basically finding out about themselves, and then if you go through these guys, many of them may be bad or not for you, then at the end of this particular phase, you will be able to appreciate the guy that you have, because you've been through so many guys and situations and had.
you see how crazy that statement sounds, though? Like, you just see how crazy that shit sounds?
Your heart broke, that you would find out that this guy, Steph Curry, is the one for you. The problem with Ayesha Curry is because she's been with Steph since she was young, she has nobody to compare him to, which means that she is unsure of her own position. So to us, we think that something is wrong with her, but to her, this is the only guy that she knows about. So she doesn't understand what is really out there. And there are a lot of people who back this claim up.
And I don't even really think the issue with Ayesha Curry is her marriage. I just think that she's a woman that didn't get to have a phase, and she got married and tied down to the first nigga she fell in love with. And because she didn't get to experience different types of males or dating different type of people, not even just being able to be free and do what she want to do, it's coming out now. That's literally what that is.
Again, this lady is saying the same thing. Like, she just needed to get it out of her system. And of course, now there's a rebuttal to this.
Sleeping around for women in their youth is way too easy, and it's hard to respect something that comes too easy. Even from a biological and evolutionary standpoint, a life of escapades with multiple men without any kind of emotional involvement is the antithesis of the female mating strategy. In other words, a woman sleeping around goes against natural law. Scarcity creates value, and girls are depleting their value by making themselves too easily available to men.
And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Girls can, they can they can get it at any time that they want. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, just like she said, they're not going to see your value. If everybody has that thing, it loses its fucking value. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, a diamond costs so much bread. You know what I'm saying? It's rare.
They don't realize what's waiting for them at the end of an exciting 10 years or so. They're met with a ruined reputation and a slaughtered self-image. All of their encounters with men has led them to believe that all men want is one thing and that all men are the same, because her perception of men is now extremely skewed. For men who are looking for a woman to date or marry, understand that if her past is a trail of failed relationships and one-night stands, it's safe to draw a few inferences about whether or not she's really even worth your time. Women bond with the man they sleep with, and they develop an emotional connection, which is absolutely necessary from an evolutionary perspective. But this ability to bond stops coming into fruition when she repeatedly treats as nothing more than a physical need to fulfill, with absolutely no emotions involved.
Now, this lady has some strong points.
Valid points, matter of fact.
She's saying, like, listen, women are not designed to go from man to man, because if they do, they're going to lack the ability to pair bond in the future. And so when you're in your phase, what you're doing is you're diminishing your self-worth or your worth to a man, because if all of these men on your track record, whether you dealt with them sexually or not, but if you have dealt with them sexually, you have now diminished your value. So I said, look, let me think about this as, you know, not a man that's from the manosphere community and just coming down real hard on Ayesha Curry. Well, let me think of it like this. I'm now 44 years old. If I was 24 years old and a man wanted to get married to his wife, what would I tell him? I'll tell him, hey man, before you get married, you probably want to get it out of your system. What does that mean? Well, you might want to go out there and clap it up. You might want to go out there and experience who you are as a man, deal with different women. And then once you get to where you are, you will understand that it's not really worth it, and you will settle down with one woman that you can stand. Got it. That's what I would say. And most of us would tell other men this. However, I'm not a woman. So is there some curiosity out there for women? I believe that just like men, women want to get it out of their system. They have needs, sexual needs. They need to find themselves.
And honestly, that's perfectly fine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we need more cheeks to go around anyways. Like, niggas trying to get some, you know what I'm saying? But I feel as though the consequences is more severe for women than it is for men. You know what I'm saying?
If I need to find myself as a human and as a man, I can understand a woman doing that. But here's the problem, though, that women just don't understand. If I have 100 women in my life, but I'm successful, I have money, and I have built myself up, to a woman, that might be even more attractive. Because number one, it may have meant...
That's what I'm saying. It's different from men. You know what I'm saying? You know how much work you got to pull? How much work you got to put through? You know what I'm saying? Just like, even let's just say you don't got the materialistic shit, because fuck that. You need substance. It still takes a lot of effort to build your characteristics, you know what I'm saying? To be charismatic, charming, you know what I'm saying? Funny and shit and all of that.
That, well, this guy is more valuable. Two, he may or may not have a level of sexual experience. And, you know, hey, he has some level of things that he can deal with me, and he's the desirable man. This is not to say that every woman thinks like this, but if you can look at every guy who has a lot of money, who has a lot of women, or has had a lot of women, most women will not say, well, you know what? I don't want to deal with him because he has so many women, or a lot of women want him. You'll get that sometimes, but not all the time. But if you flip it to what a man can understand, if a man understands that you have many men, and of course, this is why women lie about body count. Why do women lie about body count? Because no woman wants to go on to a man and say, you've had 47 dudes. The reason why women don't tell the truth, and they say 47, but now they say 4, is because they know that their worth is tied to their body count. And men do not like phases, all right? Because one thing about phases, if you were yesterday, you're probably a today. We can look at Brittany Renner, which I got tricked because I thought, well, maybe she changed her life.
Hey, bro, imagine you pull the baddest joint, right? And you, in your mind, you proud as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because you pulled the baddest joint. But it's like, everybody already know you're joined. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets a whispering and shit whenever you walk in the room with your John. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she tried to change her life, but a tiger doesn't change their stripes. And so if a man thinks that you were back then he feels like that's just who you are. If you're a woman and you're not, because that's not who you are, then you're not interested in just being with any man. You're interested in being with the man that you want or one man. And that is what is respectable. Now, Ayesha Curry seems like she missed out, and it's okay to seem like you missed out. I know a lot of guys have been married or with a girlfriend for a long time, and they feel like they missed out. And some people do not feel like they missed out. It just depends on the person. I had a biochemistry instructor in medical school. He was probably one of the brightest guys in Poland. He had every opportunity to leave the city that I was in and go to Germany or go to the UK and teach, or even the States. And he said he was fine where he was. And this guy was a PhD medical doctor. He's one of the most brilliant lecturers I've ever seen in my life. Like when he walked in the door, I mean, you were just amazed at his knowledge. But that just wasn't him. He was not, and still isn't, interested in more for himself. And maybe that could be some people in relationships. But Ayesha Curry definitely was. And the reality is that if Ayesha Curry did go through her phase, Steph Curry would have never wanted her. That's the reason. The reason why he committed to her at such an early age is because she didn't go through her phase. If she had went through a phase like these women are suggesting, then she would have ended up like them, which was with nobody and broke. As the great economist Thomas Sowell once said, there are no solutions, only trade-offs. Again, there are no solutions, only trade-offs. And once you understand that, it all makes sense.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's all trade-offs, man. It's all trade-offs. You got give and take. You sacrifice something for something else. There's really a lot of shit in life when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Well, guys, it's been the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all liked it. Be sure to go follow my socials. You know what I'm saying? Leave your comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.